Hello, Namaskar. This is Firstpost and you're watching Vantage with me, Palki Sharma. It's been a day of big headlines. There was a security breach at the Indian Parliament. Two men entered the lower house and set off smoke canisters. Wasn't the only surprise for New Delhi. Turns out US President Joe Biden will not be coming to India. He was expected to be the chief guest for next year's Republic Day. But Biden is caught up in domestic politics. We'll tell you why it's a lost opportunity. At the United Nations, Israel finds itself isolated. More than 150 countries, including India, have voted for a ceasefire. Could this force Netanyahu to end the war? We'll discuss that. And the troubles don't end there for the Israeli Prime Minister. He's now been accused of helping fund the Hamas, the same group that he now wants to destroy. Meanwhile, an Indian warship has arrived in Manila. It's part of New Delhi's new posture in the South China Sea. Also, why do human beings love lists? And why has a missing tomato led to drama at the International Space Station? All this and more coming up. The headlines first. Argentina devalues its currency, the peso, by 54%. It's part of the new president's shock measures to revive the crumbling economy. Inflation is at 140%, poverty rate at 40% in Latin America's third biggest economy. Pakistan Supreme Court suspended its decision over military trials. In October, the apex court had said such trials were unconstitutional. The Pakistani military wants to try more than 100 civilians accused of targeting army sites during protests in May. A final decision from the court is expected next month. After days of wrangling, countries at COP28 agreed to move away from fossil fuels, but that's a climb down from an earlier proposal to phase them out. Saudi Arabia and Iraq had opposed this move. The watered-down compromise was reached at the end of the climate summit in Dubai. A Thai MP gets 6 years in jail for insulting the monarchy. In Thailand, it is forbidden to defame the monarch. The MP's posts on X are said to have broken the law. The 29-year-old former activist who is out on bail plans to appeal against the sentence. Tesla recalls around 2 million vehicles in the US over an autopilot defect. It comes after a 2-year probe into crashes at the Elon Musk-owned firm. The autopilot feature was launched in 2015. The recall applies to almost every Tesla sold in the US since then. And real life mirroring the TV series Lost. 270 Delta passengers stranded for nearly 24 hours on a remote military base in Canada. Mechanical issue forced their flight to make an emergency landing.